Okay, so I'm in the back of the garden and I'm reworking one of my beds. In this bed, I had already planted cabbage, different types of cabbages, and leafy greens. And for whatever reason, they're not growing. So it's been about a month, and they're not growing. Some of them died, and some of them just are staying the same size. So what I'm thinking is the soil that I bought, God, I forget the name of it. I'll put it on the screen if I remember. But I bought a bunch of soil, and I'm noticing that in certain places things are growing slowly, in certain places they're not growing at all. So I'm not sure if the soil that I bought, well, it's really compost with it's humus and compost mixture, I think is what it says. But I'm not sure, but I believe that maybe it's too hot. So while I'm grateful to have it, I got it at a good price, and I've bought it before and it worked well. But the last time I purchased it, I had just started my garden, and so I had done a lot of digging, which I think mixed it in well. I looked on the back of the package after I noticed certain things weren't growing, and it does say to mix it in well. So in in so what I'm going to do right now is rework this bed. Normally I don't dig my beds up, but I'm going to dig it up and water it so that it's well mixed, and then I'll replant in it, and hopefully that'll help it. But so that's why I'm digging, and so that's why I'm digging. So let's get started. Okay, it's the second day, and I removed the cage from around the fig tree. As you can see, I had to cut a lot of the fig tree away, which that's okay. It had gotten too tall for me to reach the top berries anyway, and hopefully it'll just bush out stronger next year. I have all these cuttings down here, and I'm going to try to propagate a lot of those. I probably won't mess with that until tomorrow, but that's some good wood, and it could turn into a lot of trees for the store. Okay, so this is the other side view. As you can see, the tree is very short now. It's closer to my height. It's a little taller than me, but not by much. But again, hopefully it'll just branch out thicker next year, and the berries, the figs, will be lower and easier for me to pick. But basically what I did was I cut the tree as low as I had to, and then I just rolled the cage over it. I didn't take the cage apart. I was able to roll it in one full piece. If you turn this way, we'll walk around this corner here. Now this is the fruit cage that I've shown many a time. And then if we come around this way, here is the other cage. So I don't know if I'm going to leave it facing that way or turn it the other way, but if you remember, I said I wanted to take all of that wood that's there and turn that into a Hugo mound, which eventually will bleed over into this area here, which is where I've been stacking banana trees and whatever I could get to enlarge that bed, to fill in that sinkhole. Let me get you a little bit closer. Okay, you see that? It's almost level. It's almost level. So I still have to get all that wire up, and I'm probably will do that tomorrow because it's buried in the ground and I want to get it up. I don't want to leave any of it in the ground, but it's a good piece and I'll be able to do something with it later on in the garden. But here I want to build this up, and I may end up making two, one here and then one under that fence. I just have to give it some more thought, but I need to break this wood up smaller because it's quite large, but it's easy to break because it's very rotten, and turn this into a Hugo mound. I need to get rid of that tree, and then all of that is that cactus. I think I'm going to move it. And then right there, all of that, that's a mulberry tree, and I want to cut it down to nothing also, because then, do you see here where that cloth is? I'll be able to put beds back there. And right past that banana circle there, that's the alley. So I have all that room to work with. I just need to figure out how I want to do it, and I'm still working on it. I'm still thinking about it, I should say. But what I wanted to show you was I did get the cage from around the fig tree, and I did have to cut it in a few places, but that's okay. I'll fix it and turn it into, well, what I'm thinking about doing is making half of it, because it's way larger than the little dog needs. See, he's back there running around. He's a little guy. So if I take half of this cage and put him in it and then put a partition in it, I probably could put maybe a grapevine on one side of it, and then it would drape across the top, and it would give him some shade in the hottest part of our summers. And just to give you some perspective, see the chicken coops are here. Let me come over this way some and show you from a different angle. These are the chicken coops, and if we spin around, there are the 2 cages. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make that cage face forward. I may, because when I'm feeding and everything, all of the cages will be kind of going the same way. But I got to give it some thought. I'm really tired because while this cage is lightweight, it's large, and I did it by myself. Having to lift it up over the fig tree after I cut it was a big ordeal. And then I had to roll it over this clump of trees here, which I didn't really mind that because they snapped back really easy and they need to be trimmed anyway. But it's late in the evening, so I'm gonna stop for the day. I just wanted to give you an update, and yeah, I just wanted to give you an update on what I've gotten done so far. I may back it up a little bit because see, here is the walkway, and it's kind of bleeding into that where I wanted that bed on that side to go. I want that bed to come all the way out to here, which leaves very little space here. So I will probably move the Hugo mound back some, and if I turn the cage sideways like this cage is, where the door faces forward, it would give me more room in the front and in the back of it because it's longer than it is deep. So, but I'm going to call it a day for now. I still need to get back there, but the garden is really opening up. After I cut down the majority of those bananas, that circle, I'm going to push it further back. That will maybe give me more room for this trellis, and I can make it wider. But right now I'm just figuring it all out, and hopefully you'll continue to come along this journey with me. But for now, I've gotten the cage moved, and so I'm going to stop here for today. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And until I see you next time, have a blessed day.